All right, hey, what's going on, guys? Coach Marcus Jones here in awesome Las Vegas, Nevada. It's the windy city today because it's very windy right now. So, want to hop on this Sunday afternoon. It's 2:30 p.m. to do this quick live, and figured there's not a lot of sports happening right now. I think there's a basketball game on. I think spring training is starting for baseball, and the NBA playoffs haven't started, and March Madness hasn't started yet. So figure people would have some time to scroll Facebook and check out a quick video that may benefit them. Okay, I'm going to do 4 different ones on this series. So we're going to talk about financial houses, and it's from a book I read, and it was a very good book that has some great information. I actually trained on it in Orlando, Florida last weekend. Okay, it talked about your financial houses. And so if you guys want to know the name of the book, shoot me a message, and I can send you the information for the book. Go get it. It's a book that can really help you improve, change your mindset when it comes to your finances and open you up and have you thinking differently than you currently think. If you're somebody struggling financially, or even if you're not struggling, just give you a different perspective. But do me a favor, if you guys can hear me, type 1 in the comments. If you are watching live, type live. If you catch a replay, type replay. Also, let me know where you're watching from, city, state, or country, because I know I have a lot of people that follow me. I think I'm over 3,000 followers on this account. This is crazy because my other account I had that Facebook restricted for 54 years, I had over 14,000 followers and growing. So this one I had to start basically from scratch. So now I'm over 3,000 followers organically, right? Without following a bunch of people and doing those follow me and I'll follow you. No, I don't do that. So anyway, so we're going to talk about your financial house. So if you guys want to follow along, you can. I did make a video that's posted on YouTube that has the full presentation about your financial house. So we're going to start with a house, a blank template. Looks like this. This is, everyone that starts out has a financial house that looks like this, right? So you have the foundation, then you have the structure of the house where you have the floor, you have the walls, you have the roof, you have 4 windows, right? You even have a front door, and then out here, right? This right here represents your job, right? This is how we all start off in life. Hey, Gene, thanks for hopping on. We start out like this with our financial house, right? And I'm going to do the poor one today, or the broke one, right? This is the one I grew up in. We weren't poor, but we weren't wealthy either. We weren't even middle class, right? And so, and it'll make sense to you once I show you what the windows mean, okay, and the roof and the foundation. So every house has a foundation, right? Then it has a structure of the house, then it has a roof to protect inside the house, right? So this is the asset protection. So you have your roof, asset protection items, right? So we'll talk about that. But starts out like this: a blank financial house, right? Clean slate, right? You go to school, graduate high school, graduate college, right? You have no debt, nothing like that. You start with a clean financial house. But check this out. So this is the first house. This is where a lot of people start, and some people stay in the poorhouse, right? So let me put this away over here. So check out the poorhouse, right? The poorhouse, or maybe the broke house, but you have middle class people who are broke too. But let's talk about the poorhouse. So this is the house. I didn't know we weren't poor, but we my parents demonstrated a lot of the attributes on the poorhouse. And so we have the foundation. So at the bottom, right, you have the foundation of truth. Okay, so your foundation of truth. Hey, Randall, what's up, bro? Your foundation of truth is, what do you believe about money? What do you believe about rich people? What do you believe about wealth, right? Some people think money is evil. Okay, so that's why they never have it. Okay, yet they go to work to earn money so they can buy things that requires money: rent, mortgage, cars, food, utilities. Right? But money's evil to them. That's why they broke. Some people think, rich people are evil. That's not true. I'm not evil. My friends I hang out with, none of them are evil. Okay? Now, there may be some people who don't do good things with money, right? But most people I come across with that have a significant reserve of income, they're not evil, okay? But your foundation of truth may have you believing that, you know what, rich people are evil, I don't want to be rich. That's cool, right? But that's your foundation of truth. And then you have your asset protection, right? So you have to, when you build a house, you got to put that roof on, right? So you can protect what's in there, right? So then while it's being constructed, as you put in the wires and the installation and all that kind of stuff, the roof protects it. That's asset protection. So asset protection is going to be things like life insurance, homeowners insurance, renters insurance, things like that. You want to protect your assets, okay? Great. Home warranty, right? If you are a homeowner, so that's asset protection. And then you're going to have this thing right here, this box right here represents your job, right? So this is your job is right there, or it could be Social Security, it could be retirement, right? Stick with me. This is going to be the first video, so you have to come back and watch each one. It'll make sense, but this is the first one. So we started blank, and now we are constructing a house. So now you have the windows. So you have your income window, okay? The top window on the next to jobs, right? That's the top left window, income, okay? And then you have your income producing assets window right here. Below that window, you have your outgo window. And I'll explain what those are. And then below your income window, you have your wealth reducing liabilities window. Okay? This is going to make sense to you, right? Once I explain that. So the upper, so you're looking at the house. The upper left window, right, is the income window. The upper right window is your income producing assets window. Your lower right window is your outgo window. Your lower left window is your wealth reducing liabilities window. Okay, so this is the structure of the house. Now check it out. This is the poorhouse, right? This was a house I grew up seeing. Most people in my neighborhood live like this, okay? People had jobs. My dad worked. My mom worked part-time sometimes. Many of my neighbors, their parents worked jobs. So they had income from the job that came into this window, right? The income came right there. See that? So income, and then check it out. As soon as payday happened, as soon as they were paid, the money went right to the outgo window and then went right on out the house. Right out the house, right? So we didn't grow up seeing money come here and then go to income producing assets. Sometimes we saw money come here and go to wealth reducing liabilities and go to the outgo window. Nothing was left over. That's, ask parents for stuff. They get upset. Why are you asking for that? We just bought you shoes 2 months ago. I'm like, gosh, I need to have more than one pair of shoes, right? So the income window, this is how it works. So the poorhouse, this is the poorhouse. They work. People in the poorhouse work, and they generate income, which comes into the house from the job, right? As soon as the money comes into the house, it goes right on out the window, right out, right? And so what items are in the outgo window are mortgage or rent, okay? Food, you gotta eat. You gotta put food on the table for your family. Hey, Christine, right? You have clothes for the kids, maybe clothes for yourself. I rarely ever saw my parents buying clothes for themselves because the money my dad was bringing in, it was going to the kids. Layaway too. It was layaway. It was crazy, man. By the time I picked up some clothes from layaway, I had grown, right? And sometimes the pants were too short. All right, so that's why my mom would buy like pants like 2 sizes too big in length, and then she would just hem the bottom. I know other people have gone through that. All right, so check it out. So the outgo window, mortgage, rent, food, clothes, utilities, right? You need to have air, right? Heat, electricity, water, gas. You need that, right? Then you have your kids have extracurricular activities, right? Your kids need clothes. Your kids are playing sports. I grew up playing football and basketball. I think the only reason my parents never allowed me to play baseball was because they couldn't afford it, okay? Every time I signed up for baseball, something would happen where I forgot to do a chore or something, and they would say, well, you can't play baseball, right? And I think it was because they had never paid the registration fee for me to play, but yet I was going to practice. But always before the registration fee due date, I was taken off the team. Money was tight. I get it. I get it now. Back then, I didn't get it. All right, and then taxes, right? You got to pay your taxes. So your tax, property tax. If someone who's in the poorhouse is buying a property, they have property taxes. However, we pay taxes every day, sales tax, right? You have all kinds of taxes you're paying. You get taxed by the IRS already, and then you're taxed again on the money you already taxed on. Makes no sense, okay? But however, the outgo window, right, is where most of the money goes for the poorhouse. They have no money to invest, right? They have no money to put into doing personal development. And so payday for people in the poorhouse, that's simply transfer day. That's money transfer day, because they're transferring money that came in from the job, came to the income window. It transfers right on out the outgo window to the folks they got to pay. That's the poorhouse. All right, so sit down, guys, and think about which financial house you're in. So the next house I'll talk about is going to be the middle class house. This is where they say the American dream is. This ain't the American dream, right? No one should want to stay middle. You shouldn't want to stay poor or broke. You definitely should not want to stay in the middle class. You're limited in the middle class. I was there, okay? I thought once I became middle class, I made it, until I kept being taxed more and more, and I had to find a way to legally reduce my taxes. Once I did that, I saw my income explode. So the next house I'll do on another video, possibly tomorrow, is going to be your financial middle class house. God, I already have it drawn up. All right, so hey, thank y'all for watching. Hey, do whatever you need to do to get out of the poorhouse. And once I go through the middle class house, it's going to make sense. Many people watching this video are probably maybe not in the poorhouse, right? They transition to somewhere in the middle class house. Could be lower middle class, upper middle class, but they're still middle class. That's not where you want to stay, right? So I'll do that video possibly tomorrow if I have time. I have to deliver performance reviews and tell employees how much their raises are going to be. There's some people that aren't getting a raise this year, and I have to explain that to them. But it's all good. That's what being a boss is all about, right? So anyway, so check out my timeline tomorrow. It may be about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. I'll do the second house in this series. I only have 4 houses to cover, so I'll cover the poor house today, which may be the broke house, but the middle class could also be the broke house. That's probably the brokest house ever, because the middle class, they want to look like they're doing well financially. They want to look rich. I was there. That caused me to go bankrupt. And it wasn't until after my second bankrupt where I learned my lesson. And so I'm sharing this information with you guys, so hopefully you don't make the same mistakes I made, right? Or you can correct them. Okay, so anyway, thank y'all for hopping on. Be well, and have a great rest of your Sunday. For those of you who are on the team, we do have training tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's at OneTeamOneDreamHangout.com. This is going to be the first series in an 8-part series that is going to give you the knowledge necessary to build your business to your desired income level. So if you are not earning the income you desire with our business, you got to join it. If you haven't helped other people earn 6 figures, you have to join this training tonight. All right. Now, if you've already made all the money you want to make in the business, cool, don't attend. But hey, if your income, you want to learn how to grow your income with what we do with our system, drop your pride and your ego, right? Don't have pride, Don't have ego and listen. Okay, we have a system that works. Okay, it's going to be at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. One Team, One Dream, Hangout.com. All right, guys. So, hey, thanks for hopping on. Have a great Sunday, and I appreciate you guys for being here. Be well and shalom. Bye.